Why Logan Paul should have won and will win next time. Now, it's a controversial one. It just is. But before anything, once again, us youngsters, us as a collective, have shown the power that we have. All the mainstream media just chat shit about us constantly. But what's just happened? Oh look, we've had another massively successful event, and it is all down to you guys and your support. Everyone who watched, attended, was involved in any way, well done. All right. And next, before I get into the fight itself, all right, the match was rigged, is what a lot of people are saying. Oh, they drew on purpose. I just want to say something. Somehow someone has got their hands on the KSI versus Logan contract. And it states that even before this match took place, there was a rematch already planned to take place in America in February. Now this must mean it has to be rigged. You know, surely. That's what a lot of people are saying. Now, let me tell you this. In most big boxing matches, it is actually quite normal to have a rematch clause agreed even before the first fight. And I do think it makes sense to do two events because you've got one in England, the home of the champion, KSI, one in America. Both of them got to do a home and away performance. Like, it works out. However, is it really just because of the money? You know, that's what a lot of people probably think. Logan has come out and said, apparently, he thinks he actually made a loss from this event, right? He actually lost money through doing it. Sounds like a load of cobblers, mate. Yeah, no, it does. And I'd probably think that unless I knew the information I know, which is I earned £20,000 from our fight. I used £6,500 of that to pay for my training. Yep, obviously Logan and KSI with their pay-per-view event. I don't know how different that panned out, but for our event, we certainly did not earn millions. Another reason why this fight was clearly not rigged is anyone watched the fight, right? You can clearly see how much these guys were trying. On top of that, these guys trained for months, put everything on hold just for this. So without any more chatting raucous, let's get into this. KSI versus Logan, the Weller edition. All right, let's have a look. All right, now I want to focus very heavily on the differences because they are polar opposites at this beginning part, right? Both guys are fresh here, all right? Both guys have got 100% in their tank. And we see a lot of Logan doing this. And a lot of JJ doing this. The fact that the whole of this first round, KSI was essentially Logan's toy boy. As in he was getting toyed around with. JJ couldn't get near Logan because Logan constantly just popped out the jab, which is exactly the same tactic that KSI used against me. All right, it's a great tactic. However, JJ can't use it in this fight because Logan has got longer arms. Now, in round two, it was more of the same. All right, you saw Logan dominating JJ. However, the one thing, all right, and this is what I was so impressed with KSI throughout the whole fight, is that his heart and warrior spirit can not be questioned. Even though he is getting dominated and hasn't really landed a significant punch, it hasn't broken him and he's still fully going for it. However, as you can see, while Logan is still fresh, he always seems to have an answer. Obviously, at the end of the round here, we see JJ lash out of frustration, right? He's getting beaten up. He just is, all right? And this is a bit of a knobhead move. But I think to be a successful boxer or like fighter, you need to have this in you. That, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do something bad and not give a fuck sort of attitude. And JJ definitely has that. Obviously, you know, classic Weller. I've got to relate it back to my fight, but I started round two forgetting to put my gum shield in. So the ref called time out and JJ just comes and socks me one round the head. Right? It's not a bad thing though. You know, I do think you need that sort of like dirty side. What? Look at the state of Jake here, by the way. Oh, what's he gonna do? All right, so round three begins, and those first two rounds, for me, firmly have got to be Logan Paul's. And we see instantly Logan back at it again with those heavy shots. And look, it's impossible to argue with the fact that while Logan is fresh, he dominates JJ. All right, like, it's facts, mate. Now, it's around this point that the showboating of Logan has stopped. He is looking like he's getting a bit tired. KSI, on the other hand, the man that seems to be fazed by nothing, is still looking light on his feet. he's still looking ready to rumble, and he doesn't look like he gives a toss. And that is, for me, what maybe got the judges leaning more towards KSI for this round.
It's gonna be a straight and it's a big break, and it's a big break. It's stop. Yes,
Nonetheless, that is the end of round 3, and for me, the most important round in the fight. Logan got tired and KSI came to life. However, all right, and admittedly, at ringside commentating, I thought KSI won that round. He seemed to be the aggressor, throwing more punches and really working Logan. But watching it back closely, right, and obviously I'm not a boxing expert, but for me, KSI didn't land as many punches as Logan. Now, I know KSI's coach Vidal has come out and said it's not all about landing punches. Boxing gets scored in many different ways, and I don't know all those ways, but from my point of view, watching it back closely here, you can see that KSI's energy and punch rate is actually a bit deceptive for how much success he actually had. Whatever other ways it is scored in, the fact that JJ rarely connected significantly with the head or body, and Logan did, especially early on, as we see here, that's why I think, seeing it now, that Logan won that round. So round 4 begins, and we got a bit of a scrap. KSI and Logan, blow for blow. No, wait, what? They're both punching each other. However, look at this, right? This is where KSI's work rate and energy is prevailing. And unlike the third round, where Logan had quite a bit of success in the first half of the round, KSI ain't allowing it in this one. Round 4 belongs to KSI. Straight up, he had more success. He landed more punches. And it's funny because the technique of KSI that I always bang on about as being a bit dodgy, you saw in this round, and you're gonna, in the next 2 rounds, see the fact that it is so awkward, right? And it's a bit, you know, so just a bit weird. I think it's proven a big advantage for KSI, yeah, that he doesn't throw normally. You know what I mean? So we begin round 5, and it is overall 3-1 to Logan, in my opinion. This round was an interesting one because both guys showed absolutely warrior, true heart and spirit to want to win. With that said though, all right, there was a lot of this back and forth, sort of like, oh, KSI, no, oh, Logan, until Logan had this big flurry where he somehow got this energy to throw out these big left, right hooks to JJ's cranium. Yet again though, JJ unfazed. And that is what I so respect about JJ throughout this fight, is that nothing seems to be breaking his spirit. And he did really try and fight back, but throughout this round, in all the little exchanges they were having, going shot for shot, I know they were tired and they were digging deep, as well as that big flurry of successful shots that Logan landed. Round 5 has to belong to Logan. All right, tell me how you see it, because I'm just trying to look at all the little fine details, all those little shots that are half-assed and not really thrown properly, but are connecting. You know, they all add up. And I think Logan just did edge it, like he just did. So overall, so far, I've got it as Logan 4, KSI 1. Round 6 and JJ, mate. Like, how? Like, surely you should be battered. But no, right? He comes out, bang, wallop, skipping him up. He was unreal in this round. Logan hanging on for dear life. If this fight was one more round, I believe KSI would have put Logan down. Although, right, not through being a better boxer, but because Logan was done. One little boop on the head, right, and I reckon he would have been down. But luckily for him, he was able to hold on, do little sly tactics of his own to stop JJ getting his punches off. And there we have it. The judges decide it's a draw. Obviously, anyone in their right mind gives round 6 to KSI, which for me makes it overall 4-2 to Logan. Now, some very key parts about this fight that ended it the way it did. Some people are saying, why was Logan not fit enough to last 6 rounds? Those big muscles played a huge part. They require a lot of oxygen to operate. Not ideal for sort of long sustained cardio. And this is why I think KSI was better prepared than Logan in that sense. Although that is where I believe Logan will win the next one. All right, he's gonna learn from this. I think he will shred right down and condition himself to go a much longer distance. And like I said, all the time that he was fresh in this fight, he dominated the fight. While Logan is fresh, he beats KSI. If he can stay energized the whole fight, I can't see him not winning. Bearing in mind that was only from 4 months boxing training, he's gonna have a whole nother like 6 months to improve on that as well. Saying that though, like True Geordie said on commentary, you can never, and I mean never, count KSI out for anything. Between now and the next fight, he may do something ridiculous and improve 200-fold, right? He might. And I said that to him after the fight at the after party. I was honest. I was like, mate, you were a warrior in there. So well done, 100%. But still, if Logan makes those necessary changes that I've said, I think he's got it. As well, the fact that it's going to be in Logan's home, KSI is going to have to deal with the jet lag and not being surrounded by as much support. So yeah, but let me know what you think. One last thing, actually. These ghosting hoodies and t-shirts. I designed them all myself. They're decent. Alright, those of you that have been asking, they are coming very soon. Alright, check in the description actually, because they may be out already, depending when you're watching this video. But that is that, boys and girls. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, rating, subscribe if thou are new. I hope you're having a good day, or at least it's better after watching this. You know, that'd be good. But yeah, boys and girls, I will catch you later. Peace.